Greetings there, Sugar Plum. This is the Bitcoin chart. You are very familiar with it. I have a little super trend indicator on it now, but that's not important. What's important is it's slowing down. And because it's slowing down, unfortunately, the reality is that the euphoria bursts of the crypto casino, they are getting smaller over time. What we refer to as diminishing returns. This is something we're going to have to take advantage of because other crypto participants have not realized this yet. They are going to make the mistake of holding turtle coins, coins that don't move fast at all. But you see, there's too many coins now, friends. Too many coins. We're going to write this now. Too many coins. I'm so frustrated. Once upon a time, there was a couple of hundred. That's too much already. But then it hit like a couple of thousand. And in 2020, when I was searching through, there was about like 2,800 coins. So I thought, well, I didn't know, by the way. I didn't even know how many coins there were, but that's how many there were. And I thought, well, if I could try to get to the top 100, I should get somewhere. It ended up growing to about 10,000 coins. I had like 300 to 500. And what ends up happening is, unfortunately, the number of coins just kept getting bigger and bigger. Now there's like 22,000. It's even more. There's up to 50,000 coins now. People are launching coins because they are taking advantage of the people. We want new, all right? We want new logo, new ticker, new ID. We like that. Humans, we like new. But it's because we're still early to crypto. The foundational layers of the communities out there, the network effects, the religions, they have not solidified their base as much as they can. What I mean by that is, well, think of Facebook. Would you go bother starting a new social media today? Try to compete with them? You probably wouldn't, because they already have a giant network effect. I'm not going to be bothered signing up. Then I've got to annoy my friends and family to go move over. The switching cost is too high. In crypto, we're still early enough that the switching cost is fairly low. But eventually, the switching cost will be high. What does that world look like? Well, it looks like a world where probably you have buy and burn pressure in the coin. You have different capabilities, dare I say, crypto tech like NFTs, other things that form a community, which we can't even think of today right now. But eventually it'll be like that. Eventually it'll just be too hard to switch. But right, we're not there yet. So everybody keeps launching these new tickers and new logos. And I'm thinking about the strategy. See, friends, why I even put this super trend for you is I wanted to look at and see, well, can we even see a little indicator to let us know, all right, now's the time to start looking for the new crypto narrative and coins and whatever else, right? And unfortunately, there isn't. Because right here, the Plus token Ponzi started, okay? But it was Bitcoin only, okay? The time to get in to DeFi was here, okay? End of 2019 to 2020. And then this was, it's what I'm going to point right now, that is where the DeFi season peaked in August of 2020. It's when chaining hit like $20, etc. So I'm going to change this arrow here. Now you can see there wasn't any real, you can't get any conclusion from this. You're like, well, if Bitcoin goes on a run, when do I start looking for the tech? So what do you do? Well, I can try to make it easy for us, but I'm not going to have a perfect answer, as you know, with these circumstances. However, we just got to remember that at the end of the day, you got to beat the crowd. You can't do what the crowd is doing. The crowd is going after every coin. That strategy is not working. We only hear about that one coin that did 30x, 50x, but you forget like the 900 scams that went nowhere. Founders and teams, they're rug pulling faster and faster, unfortunately. And the only way they can be convinced to not rug pull today, but rug pull in like 3 months from now, is if Bitcoin is going on a nuclear sky run, something like this, where it breaks the highs. That's the only way you can convince them. So it's funny. It's like we all know everybody's here to rug, but there's so many new people coming to crypto that during this time, they can take advantage of them. I know this sounds like predatory, but this is actually what happens. This is exactly what it's like. And same thing happened in NFTs. You saw the scams. Maybe that's going to happen again. But what if Bitcoin doesn't do a euphoric run? What if it only goes to like 88,000, friends, 90,000? What's going to happen? I'll tell you what's going to happen. All the people who thought they could just buy every coin, they're going to learn the hard way that strategy, that sucks. That's a rotten grape with a seed inside that nobody wants to eat because it's really annoying to take the seed out and you just want to relax on a Saturday afternoon. Let's go on. See, I have this, right? I've shown you this before, the crypto secret. So I'm letting you now know, all right? In 2012, you had the Bitcoin clones. They did the cloning of Bitcoin, like Litecoin. They cloned fair launch. So people were like, wow, we can launch anything in a fair way. You know, and then people got excited and then they realized, oh, most things are actually crap. Well, that's a pump and dump, friends. That's it. People go get excited and it dies off, right? So then 2016, everyone goes, oh my God, we can launch anything on Ethereum. And then everyone was realized, oh yeah, we really did launch anything. And that means 99% of things were also crap, okay? Now, I'm saying this tongue in cheek, but you already know, friends, there are a lot of wealth to be made in this time. A lot of wealth. Yes, Ethereum was the unicorn that came out of it, but I mean, it's great. It's value add for society, humanity, and everything, right, on top of Bitcoin. But what are the chances you're holding the next Ethereum? Right, I'll tell you right now, 1 in 1,000, all right? 1 in 1,000, which means you probably got to rotate whatever it is you're holding most of the times. If you decide to play this lottery ticket seasonal stuff, you have to be prepared to suck it up. You got to rotate back to the blue chips. That's it. You got your Bitcoin, you got your ETH, right? Now, for super strong communities, we're in a different league, right? You know, Hex, Chainlink, etc. These are things where they've had enough cycles to go through where you don't really need to do that unless they go on some sort of nuclear run. However, if they go on a run with the rest of the market, you might not even want to be rotating to Bitcoin and Ethereum. For example, like, would you rotate into Bitcoin when it's up 98K? 100K, you'd be like, oh man, if this is the top, I'm going to make the same mistake again, right? So that's something to think about. Now, in 2020, Uniswap was being used, and then after like 6 months, it started catching on wildfire, and then we had, you know, in the US summer period, that's when DeFi season really blew up, and everyone used Uniswap, the technology there, to launch any coin. Anything can be swapped, and it was just fantastic when you think about it. But unfortunately, we got exploited again. And everyone was doing the DeFi yield, the Ponzi systems. And unfortunately, it's just very, very sad to see that once again, we get exploited again for our excitement. But it is what it is. So you need the tech there. Tech was there, and we got it too excited. So on one hand, yes, scammers are scum. But on the other hand, we can't really blame them. It's us that get excited. The people, we get excited too much. But you see, here's the thing. If you were reasonably early, you could still make a lot. But what I'm noticing now is the crowd is smarter, friends. The crowd is not giving you a chance to just keep making mistakes over and over again with all these different new coins, okay? You have to stick with something solid. It's really important. It's really important. You've seen this, man. Having utility for a coin isn't enough. It's not enough to give it value, friends. And everything's open source anyway, okay? So if you've got a really good idea, but your coin sucks, well, someone's going to take a good idea, make a coin that's good on it. That's right. That's what happens. So what's 2024 going to bring? I don't know. And you're probably wondering, well, last time I checked the calendar, that's 2023. That's right. That's right. I'm here to think multiple years ahead of the game. All right. I'm not living in today. Today's for noobs. Oh, what's Putin going to do? Oh my God, I'm not lactose intolerant anymore. No one cares about your new cheesecake. Interest rates up, down, left, right. I didn't care about this banking crisis. I was talking about this 3-4 years ago. We know it's happening. I know it's happening. I'm already thinking about the next game. What's going to excite everyone next? I don't know. That's the sad part. I don't know. No one knows. Because it's really hard to think like a peanut brain. What's going to excite us? You just got to believe that if you're in here, you'll see it. And then you'll believe, okay, there's something going on here. People are going to make clones. And this is where the risk comes on, friends, because as people make the clones, you then have to believe that the technology around this new innovation is so strong that the people who make the coins and the new projects, they're not going to rug immediately because there's so much money coming in. You know, the scammers get greedy too, right? The scammers can be benevolent actors. They're like, hey, we could rug this right now for like, $800,000. But if this thing keeps growing and Bitcoin's pumping and this tech keeps booming, man, we could make like 20 million. And they do think like that. That's actually how a lot of these DeFi things, that's what happens to them. They know they're going to last. They got the money at the start. They know. A lot of things, friends. A lot of things, okay? So I made a post here, right? This is true. There are too many coins out there, friends. Too many coins. It's even impossible to sprinkle around. It's important to focus on my strategy. So you got to find strong community forming a religion. I like Hex, Pulse Chain, PulseX ecosystem is going to be great. I like Chainlink, okay? Uni has no community. No one cares about it, but there's a lot of insiders. That's just something to think about. I like the Poor Pleb community. There are others out there. Maybe you like Cardano, maybe you like BNB, whatever it is, okay? I've already given you enough of the formula. I told you what I like. I want deep value, okay? I don't care about people thinking I'm a weirdo or I'm stupid. I don't really care, okay? I'm here to hit the biggest home run, all right? It's like, does a boxer really care about like looking like a bit of a girl if he twists his hip the wrong way in the middle of a ring? But no, he doesn't care because he's about to launch an uppercut and knock the other guy out. Doesn't really care what he looks like, all right? That's how you got to think. So I think the time for the DGen casino, I think, unfortunately, they're going to be smaller pockets of time. I can feel like, this is what, like I'm trying to read the market here. I can smell it on everyone. I can smell everybody is really, really, really desperate for a freaking alt season, friends. And they will hang on to anything. Anything. So anything which be mildly considered new tech, people might latch onto it. That's what we might be in for. But it's not invented yet. I don't know what it's going to be. But the low-hanging fruit's gone, friends. Most of the stuff of what we can do is done. Most of the infrastructure stuff. So now comes the next waves. Right, the next waves, Chainlink, okay, CCIP, all right. CCIP lets chains talk to each other. Different data sets can talk to each other. When that comes out, maybe Chainlink gets excited, but I don't know if Chainlink's going to do 100x from here. I mean, I hope, but maybe it only does like a 40 or 50x, but that's still going to take some time. So maybe Chainlink's infrastructure will, when it comes out to being used, maybe it'll eventually in 2024, 2025 allow some really smart entrepreneur to go, hey, let me build a protocol that, collaborates the Polkadot ecosystem with Pulse Chain, with Ethereum, with Arbitrum, and we can grab all the money markets and we can make like a super money market and everybody can come in, we can have a big season. So I'm hoping you can only do this with CCIP because all the chains have to talk to each other, but we're not there yet. We are not there yet. And by the way, I'm just speculating. For all we know, the next narrative is like some gaming World of Warcraft play around thing. We don't know. We just got to keep an open mind. But I'm just showing you that the big things can still come ahead of us. All right. So despite all this, okay, look what I said. This man said that Bitcoin's going to $1 million and Ethereum's going to $10,000. But you're still not long. What are you waiting for? The casino is opening again for the next 100 million crypto adopters. It's true. It's true. But how are they going to allocate? I don't know. That's why the strong religions, the people with conviction, they're going to grab the people first. That's what I think is going to happen. And people are going to chase the green candles. But no one's going to get them. Let me tell you something. For example, let's look at Hex. Hex went up to like 10 to 12 cents. Is anybody going to be buying Hex at $1 if it went there in 6 months? All right, if you actually got it there. Now, in your mind already, you're thinking, oh man, that's way too expensive. The fact that the average person can say, oh, that's too expensive, or Chainlink $100, right? That means we're not in the coins that's going to get people absolutely nuts in the short term. Okay. Now, obviously, I'm not saying rotate out of them. Leave your core bags there, but I'm just letting you know we're still early. Okay. We're still grounded. We're still in the disbelief and hope phase. We are still recovering out of the bear market. We're not actually anywhere near optimism or thrill. Not even close. The tech isn't even here yet, friends. By the way, this is Mr. Arthur Hayes. So look, my link target is still $180 to $240. I'd love to be wrong on the upside. I'd love to be wrong, right? So always to keep it measured, right? We're still small, friends. Look at this. my Chainlink, and same as my Hex, all these other targets, look, they're based off Ethereum reaching 10% of gold's market cap. So that'll be Ethereum being $9,400, 1 trillion market cap. And I have the link ETH price here, 0.02 to 25. I think it's very, very achievable. It's about like a 5x from here on your Ethereum, right? So if you had one Ethereum, right, what is it, like 1800 US, you converted it to Link here. Now you have 1 ETH worth of Link. And then if that hits the target, you'll get 5 Ethereum back. And imagine Ethereum's 10K, it's 50K. So you've turned 1800 into 50K at the target. And by the way, this Link target is very conservative. Really, for what it's going to do, it should double. I'm not even joking. It should be double that. You should be making 10x, right, on your ETH. But I want everyone to keep grounded. We're getting good prices, right? So it's something to think about. So what are all the retailers doing? That's what I've noticed, right? So I always ask, man, are you being trapped in the mid-curve zone? Now, I used to be in the mid-curve. We all were, until I realized I'm here, I'm ready. This is not right. Something's not right. How come all these people all think they're going to win? Right? Because I know this from trading, friends. I've been a trader for like 10, 12 years. Okay, I know the game. All right, so I know the game. So then when I had to learn crypto, narratives, all this new bleeding edge technology, I'm like, oh man, it hurts. It hurts, but it's true, right? So you can tell right now, right? Go ask your grandparents, right? Hey, are you getting excited for DeFi liquid staking derivatives, right? Just go ask anybody out there. Do they care? Go ask anybody on Twitter, all right? Go ask anybody on YouTube. No one cares. Unless they hold a coin, but no one cares. They're boring. Who? And the yield on them's like, it's poo-poo. Wow, 4% a year. Wow. We're in crypto, man. Yeah. See, people call us degenerates, but you have to be a degenerate, friends. And what I mean by that is you are risking 100% of your bullet, right? Not 10%, not 50%, not 100%. You can wake up tomorrow and everything is zero. We all understand this. So you need to be compensated for your risk. You can't be going and placing your money in this trash, complicated DeFi for like, oh, I'm going to get 18% yield over like a 90-day period. No, that's not how you do the game, man. Right? If you're in the MMA ring, you can't go in and just take one little hit and then pull back and do that. No, you got to go for the kill. You got to go for the kill, right? If you're in a spar with someone and you're both hitting each other, you can't give them like a little love tap on the chest, right? Because you know, oh my God, this person, right? Eventually this is going to hit me in the face. You have to think like this in the game. This is tech investing. And what that means is you got to let your winner ride. That's what it actually means. So I'm here to translate the message to you. What that means is you can't just be getting out on this profit is profit. Got to take out a 2x. Okay? You can't. Well, look, you can, but you're just going to be one of the reply guys. You're going to be a loser in a couple of years. You're going to be on CoinFession's Wrecked. You're going to be wondering why you watched all these coins and all this money and Somi's thesis all play out as it has been since 2019, all that play out, yet somehow, you still got to get up and go to work, right? Yet people who didn't know what they were doing bought Hex at 2.5 cents, bought Link at $6, $7, right? You don't want to be caught in this mid-curve trap. The mid-curve trap, right? By the way, just to let you know, right? So look at this, okay? I mentioned here, there's deep undervalued opportunity. Pulse Chain, Hex, Shibarium. Yes, I want people to think they're scams. Good. Think they're scams. That's good. When the prices are green, you'll come up and try to rationalize to me why they should be 1,000x higher, even though you're buying my 85x bag. Yes, come do that. That's fine, right? It happens all the time, okay? Less competition, higher reward. You see the mid-curve memes, you can tell, right? I know how they formed, right? So this is not new, by the way. I want to show you this, all right? You're a baby doll friend. I'm going to show you this right now. So in 2017, you had XRP payments narrative, all right? The payments narrative, friends, caught as one of the narratives for crypto, for altcoins, payment coins. You know, XRP went 500x in 2017. You had all these other like payments, and that's why they were always doing sponsorships, etc. That was the narrative. Then in 2021, people thought it was going to pump again, and I did too. And I realized they had less euphoria, much less than 2017. It was their second cycle now. So payments narrative, because it was the second cycle, so this is cycle 1, this is the moonshot, cycle 2. Now cycle 3 is definitely going to be absolutely garbage, I can tell you that. But in cycle 2, you had, what was the mid-curve idea? The mid-curve idea was like, oh, payments. But somebody coming in who used their brain said, payments? No one's using crypto for payments. We're using crypto to speculate, be degens, or do store value. We're not payments, right? Do you see how people in the middle part, so this is a curve, people in the middle part of the curve, they're like, oh, payments, banks. Made no sense. But people with a little peanut brain here and people with a giga brain here were saying, well, I didn't see any payments in crypto right now, right? This is exactly what this meme is, friends. Exactly to the T, okay? So what do you do from now? So you don't want to get mid-curved, right? You don't want to get mid-curved. You can see this. You go, okay. What do we do? Well, these are the ones I think are going to be exciting. Pulse Chain, Hex, Shibarium, just because I like the communities and they're super energized. Super energized. They have the energy of what the Cardano and like Polygon guys were in the previous cycle. That's what I feel is happening. Now, I could be wrong. Could be someone else new coming along. That's all right. But right now, that's what I'm seeing, okay? And how do you take advantage of it? Well, this is where it gets complicated because I really wish it was so much easier. I really wish we could just look at something simple like price to earnings ratio and any of this other stuff. You can't, right? No, they don't work. So, unfortunately, we have to bet on the ecosystem in a very intelligent way. And there's different avenues to do it. The good thing is Pulse X, Hex, you get the whole ecosystem. All right, just get them in because we're in the depression zone. So I'm telling you now, friends, you have to take bigger risks up here. All right, because why? You missed out on the depression zone. All right, many people, all my baby doll friends, a lot of yous participated in the depression zone. You added more. You got aggressive. That's what you need to do. All right. So this is the game of crypto. I'm just letting you know. This is the game of investing. You played the game. You're done. All you got to do is wait now. You've actually done. 99% of the hard work is actually done. The final 1% is just don't sell. Don't click sell. Just wait. All right. That's the hard part is what we just went through. It's watching it go to zero, buying and seeing all that. The next part is where everyone who missed our size areas, they now want to participate in here. And they're going to have to play the game of, all right, which ecosystem is it this week? Which coin do I get? You know, and they will feel in their mind that, hey, I don't want to say buy Chainlink at $35 or Hex at 35 cents. I want to go into the ecosystem derivatives, the degen stuff, okay? And that's where they're all going to get into a big pile of mess, all right? Because what's going to happen is eventually when Bitcoin breaks the high, right? When Bitcoin breaks the high, the new high is going to introduce like millions of new people who, without hesitation, they're going to just see big fat green monthly candle and they're just going to start clicking buy, right? And they're going to believe the narratives of like, look, Hex broke 55 cents. We're going to $30. They're going to believe that stuff. Okay, and same thing with Bitcoin. There's going to be funds that say, hey, you know, we're buying Bitcoin at 80K. It can go to like 600K, right? That's what's going to happen. And let's just zoom into this. This is what they see, all right? Because this is a weekly chart. When they see these candles, friends, it's actually all about the monthly candle, all right? It's all about the monthly candle. When they see, have a look at these, all right? When they see this, that's it. Sky's the limit. These are the monthly candles for Bitcoin. Once they see these big monthly candles, that's it. FOMO buy everything and anything. The season is starting and it's about to finish at the same time. All right. That's what they're actually playing for. Okay. That's when they believe it. And all those people who mid-curved it in this middle range, because you didn't want to buy the super core, strong communities, you have to watch these people come in and just FOMO buy stuff. And some of them will even trap you because you feel like, oh my God, the person who said it was going up now said it's going another 3x higher. I better get in, right? So that's what ends up happening. So at the end of the day, that was the hard part to do, right? The most important thing was buying in the depression. But if you still want to participate in the next thing, we now know what we've got to do, okay? We wait for the next crypto tech wave. There's too many coins, all right? That's the conclusion from all of this. There are way too many coins. I feel so much better that we're highly concentrated in strong community, cults, religions, these types of behavior in the community coins that we own. Because, man, it's going to be so tough, friends. Because, you know, at the end of the day, these people, they want 10x in a year. But if you're happy with like a 2.5x in the year, right, you roll that 3 times, right? 4 times, maybe it's a 3 or 4x. Suddenly you end up from your starting point, you end up 30x higher from here, from this time to up to here. You end up 30x higher, but it was just by creeping, you know? It was by, you know, oh, we got a little 3x. This is your altcoins, by the way. Oh, we got another 3x. Oh, we got a little 3x, okay? That 3 years of you just holding, you get there. And everybody is constantly chasing their tail at the very end of the Euphoria rave, trying to get that because they get more and more panicked. And the only way to survive this is your cheap prices, friends, okay? But you know what? At the end of the day, crypto is going to go high enough for us to make plenty of mistakes and still recover. Tell your mum and your dad that you love them, friends.